And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. You're not ready to go.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Call it officially a loss of 2. On the first play from scrimmage, second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
51 the mic, boys. Ready?
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught at the 20. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Right there, all day, baby. Here we go. 18, Gator. Greystone travel. Big river.
On 2nd down now. It's Sanders, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And facing a very tough 3rd and 19 here after both of those running plays went backwards. From the gun, Holloway. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Oh, no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Pick it up.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
All day, baby. All day. All day.
They'll run with Geis. And tackled down after a gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Recon, 132 fighter. 5.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Ready, break. Recon, 132 fighter. In the base. Delta.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Alpha. Pilot, 60, 155.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. Now back to throw. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. On the ground, it's Geis, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top, and that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Yeah, scored. Touchdown,
23
baby.
yards for the touchdown. And the Cardinals push further out in front. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Holloway. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
To throw on 3rd down. Holloway. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He gets it in the hands of Geis. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Cardinals 10, Giants nothing.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if...
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Check pass.
Snap.
Off the play fake. Holloway. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Okay, break.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He'll drop to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here I come. Spell. Under 10. 10. Exit.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. I got you.
They'll set up a throw. Able to find his running back, Geis. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Jim. Zoom, fellas, let's go. On the ball. 51 to Mike, boys, 51. Bring it.
Go, Mike 51.
And ready.
Back to throw here.
Get in the weight room.
And able to find Kirk complete. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Right now, you better bring.
Check safety. Check three. Shift.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And that right there has to be one of the toughest plays for a quarterback. I mean, he rolled left, threw it all the way back to the right side, maybe a little ill-advised.
That was very simply a no, he did not do that, did he? Yes, he did, because he went all the way to one side, threw it all the way back against the grain, and was successful.
I guess when it's a touchdown, probably won't hear many complaints in the film room.
Now, he'll get a plus on his grade sheet, but also get a little note, don't do that again.
Be careful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Kirk now, the return man. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Chopper!
They'll look to throw here. Letting one go deep for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Mike 51. Here I come.
Get it.
On first down, Holloway. This complete to Jones. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 2nd and 3. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll drop the throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll set up to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. He's got Burton here. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
There was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Caught by Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. A final shot before break. Holloway. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Get ready. Get ready.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it third down.
Ready, set. 55. Check 55. Mike.
Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight. Bravo.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, get excited. Let's go, let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
Down.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, Geis. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
That's it, baby.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come on.
Pilot, 60.
Back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback. Back and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds and maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. On first down, it's Sanders. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Get it.
Off play action. Holloway. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Holloway. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Boy, the run on 1st down a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Ready?
From the gun, Holloway. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's right.
But no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. Off the play fake. Holloway. And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Ready?
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Back to throw. Holloway. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. Then the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Again they run, again it's Geis. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set, 58, read. Check, 55 to Mike. I got wide. He's crashing. Let's go.
2nd and 11. That's going to be caught. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On the ground, Geis. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. And Elliott puts this one through. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
Here we go.
Their own 25-yard line.
Down.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Hey, Alpha.
Right here, guys. Fight 51.
Looking to throw. Holloway. Throwing right, and that's complete. 17 yards and a Giant 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Back to throw. Holloway. They'll let this go for the end. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
At the 26-yard line.
Now a run with Geis. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
No. Off. General, West.
55, Mike 55. Mike 55.
Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is Geis. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Geis. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Geis. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now a toss. This is Geis. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Sponge! Go!
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching, and he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Giants nothing. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Off play action. Holloway. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Holloway toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
In the end zone. He was covered by Kevin Byers.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
61, matchbox lights. Ready.
Off the play fake. Holloway. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go. Interception, baby. Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.
asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I got it come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Million beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Million beats, leave it in the street,